Hey, if you want to discover how to market without having a ton of social proof and without having a ton of testimonials, stick around and watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you exactly what I did before I had any testimonials that allowed me to make my first sales and gain my first social proof, and exactly how you can copy that exact method. That said, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've now done over $30 million in total sales online. I've got a bunch of social proof at this point, but I started where you might be right now with literally zero testimonials, zero social proof, and really no credibility, and I used this exact method to build my brand, build my presence, and build my authority. As always, if you get value out of this video, don't forget to let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway is, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in.
Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams.
All right, so today's video actually comes from, as many of my videos do, it comes from working with a couple of clients, and a few of those clients that I was working with kind of had this thing in the back of their mind that was, Misha can make sales, Misha can do this, but I can't. I'm just, fill in the blank, right? I'm just brand new online. I don't have a bunch of social proof. I don't have a bunch of testimonials. Misha, you have all these assets. You have these testimonials. You have people talking about you. You have people sharing success stories. You have all of these things. So therefore you can do it, but I can't, right? And that said, I had to have a conversation with them, and I had to remind them that, look, every single person who is successful at anything, online marketing or not, guess what? They start at a certain place where they have zero social proof, zero testimonials, zero credibility, zero authority. And in that initial phase, the only thing you can do is ultimately build up your social proof and build up your credibility, right? There's no getting around or out of that phase. Now, that said, in another video, I'm going to be sharing with you a system that I used in order to go ahead and gain those first testimonials. But in this video, I want to talk about how to market without testimonials. All right, so the big thing to understand is really what a testimonial does is a testimonial really reinforces that your thing can work, reinforces that it has worked for other people. If you're really good with testimonials, you'll have testimonials with, essentially a bunch of different people with a bunch of different backgrounds, with a bunch of different skill sets, with a bunch of different kind of, ethnicities, etc. So it kind of makes it appear that something can work for anyone. And if you have a good product and if you have a good course, if someone goes through and actually applies it and follows it and takes action, it should be able to work for everyone, right? That said, testimonials are all based on other people's results. They're all based on your client's results. Oftentimes your story is obviously based on your results. And ultimately, you have to understand that testimonials and case studies are all about sharing other people's results. But ultimately, at the end of the day, guess who your prospect cares about? Guess who the only person is that your prospect cares about? If you guess themselves, you're absolutely right? At the end of the day, the only thing that your prospect cares about is, can this person help me get a result? I don't care if this person got a result. I don't care if that person got a result. I don't care if this person's making six figures. I don't care if that person's making six figures. Sure, if you have the testimonials, use them. It does help. But in the same breath, the only thing running through the back of the mind of the prospect all the time, well, there's a couple, but can I do this, right? Can I have success with this? And is this the best method for me to use to get to my goal, to get to my success that I have a desire for? And so really at the end of the day, understand that your prospect doesn't care if this person's done it or that person's done it. All they care about is, can I do this? Will this work for me? And can this program help me get to my goals? And so now that we know that that is where our prospect's coming from, the way that you make sales without social proof is through demonstration of value. All right, so if you can hop on a webinar as an example, And let's just use that as the sales medium. If you have 100 people on there and you have 0 testimonials, 0 social proof to share, if you can very simply demonstrate your value through teaching and through educating in a way that doesn't only educate content-wise, but also educates, all right, this is the system that we're gonna use in order to get you a result. And when we use the system and get you a result, this is what the result is gonna look like. If you can then prove that the system works for you, right? Maybe through live demonstration of you set up, just as an example, a little sales funnel or a capture page system, you send some traffic to it on the actual webinar. When you do that, you actually see leads coming through. You maybe see a couple of sales coming through so that they see the mechanism that you're going ahead and training on works. And then from there you share, look, you can actually meet it head on. Yeah, I'm not sharing with you a bunch of testimonials. I'm not gonna show you 10 different people and all of their success and talk about all these other people having success, because ultimately, all I care about is you, and ultimately all I care about is helping you get results. And as you've seen on this webinar, this mechanism absolutely works. We just generated these results in our own personal process or in this personal webinar. And there's no reason you can't do this with the help of my program. And that's where you'd introduce the program. All right, so the big thing to understand is ultimately, they don't care about the other people, right? They only care about them. Think about your prospect as an extremely greedy individual, and I don't say it negatively, it's just they have their wants, they have their needs, they have their desires, and that's priority number one, just like everybody, myself included for the most part, right? Understand that that's where your prospect's coming from, meet them there, demonstrate to them that you can help them to get towards their desires, and then ultimately demonstrate your value, make it about them. And if you want, even kind of, touch on the fact that you're not gonna share a bunch of testimonials because you don't wanna talk about other people's success, you wanna talk about their success, and this is how you're gonna help them be successful. So ultimately, make it about them. Make it about their results. Make it about them going from a state of pain to a state of pleasure, and make it about how you can help them to get there. And ultimately, you can make a ton of sales with 0 social proof. With that said, as always, if you got value out of today's video, don't forget to let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway was. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this.